Hi everyone. We are going to see about the integrated fish farming system. Here the integrated fish farming is the production of fishes along with the agricultural as well as the livestock farming, which are centered around the fishes. This type of farming subsystems, examples the fishes or a crab or the livestock, which are interlinked with each other in a way that their byproducts or their waste of one subsystem became a valuable sources for the another subsystem. The different subsystems which are in an integrated systems are beneficially interlinked with each other in a limited area, are minimizing the production cost, but also resulting in a diversified output. We can get fishes, meat, eggs, even vegetables, fruits, fuels and fodders from these integrated subsystems. Then there are different types of integrated farming. First one is the fish cum duck integrated farming system, and livestock and fish integrated farming system, poultry and fish integrated farming system, rice field and fish integrated farming system. First one is the fish and duck integrated farming system. There are various advantages in this type of fish and duck integrated farming system. And the droppings of the duck as well as the feed became fertilizers and feed for the fishes which are cultured in the pond. The duck will collect 50% of their food naturally from the pond itself. So the feed cost also be reduced, and the ducks which keeps the water bodies clean as well as they are also increasing the dissolved oxygen level in the pond by the doubling actions. The duck house can also be constructed at the embankment of the pond itself or even over the water surface. So there is no need for the extra space for the construction of the duck house. And the leftover feed of the duck can also be used as a supplementary feed for the fishes which are cultured in the pond. Here the production is increased. For example, there is a production of eggs of ducks and meat as well as the fish and horticulture from the same area. And then the selection of species like fishes and the ducks are to be considered in this type of integrated farming system. The fishes to be cultured in this duck and um, fish integrated farming systems are must be a plankton feeder, the 60% and 40% of the omnivorous fishes. And there is a combination of six species of common crops varieties also be cultured in this integrated farming system with 20% of cutla and 20 percentage of silver carp and 20 percentage of rogu and 15 percentage of mrigal and 10 percentage of grass carp and 15 percentage of common carp. They are stocked at a density rate of 8,000 to 8,500 fingerlings per hectare area of the ponds. And the duck varieties we will select for the integrated farming systems or from various duck varieties like Nogeshwari, Shillet Meat, Indian Renner, Serachimeli, and even Cocky Campbell also cultured in this type of integrated farming system. The ducks which are stocked at a rate of 200 to 300 ducklings per hectare area of the fish pond. The duck which are collected from the government farms and are treated for diseases and preventive measures to be taken for the epidemic diseases like duck plague or cholera, etc. And this type of duck duck cum fish integrated farming, we can get the duck excreta as an annual manual production of 45 to 55 kg per duck per year. So these excreta can also be used for the fishes as a manure. So this manure also increase the primary productivity. The feeds which are to be given to the ducks are mostly fine rice brands and even poultry feed, that is considered as the layer mesh, can be used for the duck at a rate of 100 gram per day per duck. And apart from this feed, the duck can also take the duck weeds like lemna, ulfia, azolla, etc. And the production in this type of integrated duck fish farming is about 3,500 to 4,000 kg of fishes and 18,000 to 18,500 numbers of eggs of ducks, and 500 to 600 kg of duck meat can be obtained from this type of integrated farming per year per hectare. The next one is the livestock and the fish integrated farming system. Here the animal waste and the waste feed particles which enter the food webs of the pond ecosystems are utilized in several ways. It can be utilized as a source of nutrients which are required for the primary productivity in the pond, and they can also act as a nutrient and organic substrate for the heterotrophic microorganism, which in turn they may be also consumed directly by the fish or by the invertebrates which form the food for the fish, and they can also directly consumed by the fishes. In this livestock and fish integrated farming system, the cattle fish integrated farming systems are there. The cattle like cow can be cultured along with the fish pond. The integrated cattle and fish farming is one of the ideal method for the assured fish production in a small area of the pond. For this type of integrated farming, there is a need to construct the cow shed, that is the cattle shed. The shed should be constructed at a stable as well as the elevated site, and it will allow the direct sunlight to the platforms as well as the gutters and manches. Then the floor should be in concrete, or it should be slightly inclined, which leading a drainage, so which is connected to a soak pit. And the provision of the floor for the cattle, that is the suckling calf, older calf, and the cow should be there. And there is a need for immunization to the cattle. For example, FMD, that is foot mouth disease vaccine, anthrax spore vaccine, hemorrhagic septicemia vaccine, even black water vaccine should be given on time, and we need to consult the veterinary expert for time schedules and vaccinations. Then fish farming, for the cattle and fish integrated farming, the rate of stocking of the fish seed must be 9,000 numbers per hectares, is preferably with the advanced fingerlings. In this pond, there is no need for the chemical fertilization is required, and the cow should be brought to the shed about 2 months, which are prior to the stocking of the pond with the fishes. And initially the cow dung is cast all over the pond before the stacking of the pond with the fish seed. So there is no feed except green fodder is required for the grass carp is applied into the pond. So in this type of cattle cum fish integrated farming system, the production is fishes of 3,500 kgs per hectare, and we can also obtain milk of 24,000 liters per year, and even calves of 10 numbers per hectares can be obtained by this type of integrated farming system. Next one is the poultry cum fish integrated farming system. Poultry, in this type of system, the fish crab is integrated using only the poultry droppings or the deep litters by the rearing of the poultry either directly or indirectly over the pond or on the pond embankment. So by adapting this technology, the production of at least 3,500 to 4,000 kg of fishes can be obtained, and even 20,000 eggs and 1,250 kg of chicken, that is live chicken, can be obtained from this technology. For this poultry cum fish integrated farming, there is a housing for the birds need to be constructed, and this is an intensive system of two types, for example battery system and the depleter system. The battery system is also called as a cage system. The depleter system is preferred over the cage system because they have higher manurial value of the build-up depleters. Then for this type, the selection of birds, which type of birds we are collected, we can select for this integrated farmings are the falls of Rhode Island and white leghorn and croilers are suitable, and about 500 to 600 eggs. 500 to 600 birds are recorded for 1 hectares of water spread area. Then the feedings for these birds are grower mesh, which was provided in the farmed birds during the age of 9 to 20 weeks at a rate of 50 to 70 grams per birds per day can be provided, whereas a layer mesh which is provided to the birds of above 20 weeks older birds at a rate of 80 to 120 grams per birds per day can be provided. And these are the feeding methods for this bird. And egg laying, then each pen of laying birds is provided with one nest for 5 to 6 birds, and the birds can lay eggs can lay 240 to 250 eggs per year, and after the age of 18 months the birds will be disposed. Then healthcare also to be noted for this integrated farming. What are the healthcare measures we are considered are the poultry house as well as their equipments used for this poultry will be disinfected or must be disinfected properly, and the birds are to be vaccinated against various diseases which are causing to the birds, for example infectious bronchitis and infectious laryngotracheitis, Mark's disease, Rannicate disease, and smallpox, etc., at their appropriate ages. So, by this method of integrated poultry cum fish farming system, we can get a fresh fish of 3,500 to 4,000 kg per hectare per year, and an egg rate of 70,000 numbers per pin, and a poultry meat of 1,000 to 50 kg per year. Next one is the rice cum fish integrated farming system. And this type of farming system, the rice fish farming, will contribute to the household income as well as the food security and nutrition, and also improve the sustainability of the rice production. And there are two main methods of rice cum fish integrated farming system. One is the simultaneous, another one is the alternative method. The selection criteria for a rice field are: the field must hold water continuously for several months, and the water must be up to 30 centimeters. Will be there, and the plant should be comparatively flatter, and the land should not be over flooded, and the soil of the land which will hold the water must have a pH range of around 6.5 to 7.5. The clay soil is more suitable for this purpose, and the fishes which are growing with this rice field will not be affected by the chemicals used as a fertilizer for this paddy field. And the selection criteria for the fish species are: the fish should be capable of tolerating a very shallow water level, because in rice field only up to at least up to 30 centimeter of water will be there. So the fish must be adapted to live in the shallow water level, and they should withstand high water temperature, even up to 40 degrees Celsius, and variable fluctuation in the temperature can also be tolerated by these fishes, must be tolerated by these fishes. Some of the fishes which are selected for these type of rice cum integrated farming systems are mugil species, even Mistus gullium, and Haplochromys malandi. They are the molluscating fishes, and the Latus calcarifer, mugil passia, and Putia species, even Channa species, and some varieties of prawns and shrimps can also be cultured in this rice cum fish integrated farming. Then selection of a rice variety. The variety of paddies should be high yielding varieties we need to select, and the variety should be highly disease resistant and also susceptible to less attack from the pest. Next, stocking pattern. For this rice cum fish integrated farming system, there is some stocking patterns out there, and generally the stocking density of the fish depends on its size, species, as well as the fertility of the land. The fish can be stocked once or two or three trillers, and the feeding for the fishes, or to boost the growth of the fishes, we can provide rice bran and mustard oil cake in a ratio of 70 is to 30, at a rate of 2 to 3% of the weight, that is the body weight of the fish, can be provided as a feed for the advantages of integrated fish farming systems. So there are various advantages in this type of integrated farming system. First one is the efficient waste utilization. The waste of one organism became the food for the other organism. So the waste is properly utilized for the other one. The next, it also reduces the cost of supplementary feeding as well as the fertilizations, because naturally there is the feed will be available for the organism, so the supplementary feed cost will be reduced. Next, it is one of the artificially balanced ecosystem, because in this system there is no wastage at all, because waste from one organism will be utilized as a food or nutrient for the other. So there is no waste at all, and it also provides more employment opportunities to the people, because here in the same system we are culturing the fishes along with the livestock as well as the poultry as well as agriculture. So there is more employment opportunities in this type of system, and it also reduces the input level and increases the output, so it is economically efficient at all. And in this type of integrated farming system, we are not only getting the fish, we are also obtaining meat as well as milk, vegetables, fruits, even eggs, grains, fodders, mushroom, etc. So there is obviously more number of large products can be obtained in a single system. And this practice has potential to increase the production as well as the economic, social as well as economic status of the country. And thank you everyone.